Hello and welcome.
Welcome back again.
I'm KJ, this is Swali, and you're listening to UnMaddening, where we unpack the madness of society one candid word at a time.
Wonderful. I love that.
The word of the day is transparency, which as a noun means a couple of things. Not this one for today, but you need to know the definition in all of its beautiful forms. The quality of allowing light to pass through so that objects behind can be distinctly seen, like the transparency of ice. Now we're moving on to more relevant ones.
Right.
The quality of being open to public scrutiny. Example sentence here: the majority of the funds disappeared without any transparency regarding the recipients. No. Stop it.
Untrue.
And then, with reference to something dishonest or untrue, the quality of being easy to perceive or detect. Example sentence: the transparency of their predatory motives. Urban Dictionary has a little bit to say about transparency as well. We've got transparency as a lie that is easily detected or seen through. So it's an obvious lie. We have full transparency on the Urban, which is a hollow, largely unfulfilled claim, often made in the context of important political, business, or other social conditions
Urban Dictionary loves the political ones, don't they?
that require exhaustive and accurate detailed disclosure for reliable decision making. That was full transparency. We also have fluid transparency. This is truthful information that is provided in a misleading or confusing manner in order to suggest different results or intentions, similar to how light refraction causes an object to appear to bend in water. No. And then we just have transparent, which is hammering on celebs. This one was funny. To be fake, to be see-through, for one's real side to become apparent. And the example here is when troubled stars carry around, quote, self-help or spiritual books, purposely showing the covers to be shown in tabloid photos in hopes of recovering their ill-fated careers or image. They are transparent.
They're being transparent.
Yes.
Easily seen lie.
Yes. Okay, current
Go
news.
for it.
Julie Inman Grant.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, she would like to leave her role as the e-safety commissioner because she's been doxxed and she's worrying about safety for her family, Swells.
Oh, safety for the family.
Yes.
What about the...
Won't somebody please think of the children?
Exactly.
Well, just getting into that. I mean, if you're getting doxed and that's your role, are you the right person for the role? Like, you know, if you can't just take the heat, then get out of the kitchen.
Well, maybe. The internet trolls have hidden underneath her bridges and she's filed a hurt feelings report. So all the steps that she's taken as the unelected dictator haven't actually protected even her from the scary internet. So the word of the day is transparency. And we've got a bit of audio to play for you guys in a minute with Julie Grant in there. But the term meltwater comes up and I didn't personally understand it. So I'll give you the definition for context. Meltwater provides media intelligence and social listening tools to help businesses monitor their online presence, track brand reputation, and analyse competitors. It uses AI-driven technology to aggregate and analyse content from various sources, including news sites, social media, broadcast and podcasts, to deliver insights for public relations, marketing, and communications professionals. Clearly not just being used as a business tool, but a political one as well.
And we'll hear more about that coming up as well. It's not just this one government organisation that does use this. It's multiple organisations who use it. Obviously, it's an AI tool that's been designed to help businesses understand certain
marketing strategies
for the
and
marketing
things.
strategies and stuff like that. But I think maybe we're just getting into maybe something else here.
It doesn't, on the surface, that's a useful tool, but it doesn't sound particularly safe to me, particularly when we should be so much more careful with what we have on the interweb for the kids. Oh, my goodness.
Think of the children.
Yeah.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
All right, not
But
her
I
again.
think we'll get into the audio.
Yes.
And just to give us a bit more context on what we're talking about here.
Catherine Deeves made an FOI, Freedom of Information, request to the E-Safety Commissioner for documents referencing her, and you rejected the request because you hold 16,000 documents on one single person. Is that correct?
I think that is a misunderstanding. I will have Mr. Fleming, our General Counsel, announce that further. I think the hits she was talking about was a meltwater report on social media mentions, and this was of Miss Deves tweeting either at the eSafety office handle or at myself at tweeting Jules. These were not actual records or conversations that we had of Miss Deves. These were, again, picked up through meltwater social media monitoring mentions, but you can clarify.
Yes, Senator. Richard Fleming, General Counsel. I'm not aware of the precise circumstances in this case, but we often do see that occurrence that the Commissioner mentioned, where people do mention themselves or mention us in their posts, and our social media listening picks that up, and so that's how those records get created.
So what is meltwater media monitoring? How does it get to 16,000? So,
as you know, Senator, departments, agencies have media monitoring, and whenever a particular term is mentioned, that's
eSafety Commissioner,
or whatever the term is, and it could well just be our email, our Twitter handle, our X handle, that gets picked up, and that's what gets reported. And when we do the searches, that's what gets discovered through the search process.
It helps us pick up the sentiment analysis. So obviously, she was either engaging and tweeting a lot at us, or we were in the same sort of set of viral tweets.
So there's 16,000 mentions, not documents?
No, not documents.
Oh, there we go. We heard it ourselves. They're mentions, not documents, or hits, as they were called.
Yes, yes.
And it's only to track the sentiment.
The sentiment.
The
that's sentiment right. of what your vibe was. What are you putting out there into the universe? Oh, maybe we don't like what you're putting out there, so we'll just track that word that you're using repeatedly.
And from the horse's mouth, they have media monitoring.
Yes.
Yes, surveillance on your media. So we just heard 16,000 hits. Why do we have so much information being kept? What is it? What are they using it for?
Well,
what do they need it for?
They need it because you're talking about things that they don't want you to talk about.
Oh, yes. Well, what are they going to do with it? Are they just going to hold it in a bank and just keep it in a big pile and then eventually use it against us whenever we don't align or don't agree with something that's said?
Well, it sounds like in the case of this one with Catherine Deves, I hope I'm saying that correctly, that they were upset with her and they wanted to use these 16,000 hits that they had of infractions that she has allegedly done. But when push came to shove, they wouldn't actually provide the information. So they're storing it all, but then it doesn't go anywhere unless they choose to actually put their money where their mouth is.
And I think looking at that even further, that they have so much information that they're keeping that when a freedom of information request has been put forward, they don't have to comply to it due to the fact, we've got such a vast amount of information and the vast amount of work that it would take, to redact and go through each one of those documents.
They wouldn't be redacting. Stop it.
That way we can't comply with that request. It's unreasonable for us to comply with that request.
You don't have the manpower?
No, don't have the manpower. So in turn, basically, they're just gathering the information so they have a large amount of it under the banner of Two Heart, so they don't have to comply.
Yeah.
We're basically held to ransom here by the sound of it.
Yeah. Depends on whatever they want to flag as the term of the day or the term of the week or the month or the year or several years, depending on what the word might be. You can guess that one yourselves.
Well, basically, it leans more into information has become such a high commodity today. There's whole industries based around data mining and collecting information, selling it to the highest bidder under the guise of protecting us. Think of the children.
Yes, please.
And it appears that the Safety Commission's doing exactly the same thing.
Yes. Yes, doesn't feel very safe if you ask me.
No. And that's what you got to remember about your online safety and your basically your privacy, your own privacy of your information. I mean, they've talked about, because I did a little bit of research in this, and I've got some notes so I don't go on to a rant, but I am going into a little bit of a rant here, that there's been so much trouble that this one person or this one commission has got themselves into, and it just does not stop, and it's all on the taxpayer's dime.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop. I mean, I saw one document that they were looking at VPN. So the only way to keep your information private is to use a VPN, a virtual private network. Mm-hmm. And big companies use these just so that they can lock down their network, keep it secure,
and protect the information of their clients as well, right?
Protect the information from their clients, and normal people would use it. Say if they wanted to watch movies that weren't available in their region, that they would go get a VPN to be able to get access.
We're not promoting illegal observation of international films.
But I mean, these are, and they're looking at doing the digital verification for having a VPN, because if you have a VPN, then your information's sheltered and hidden. And obviously, there are a lot of people that would use these virtual private networks for nefarious reasons. Yeah. But a lot of people use them for their own safety, their own security.
Well, because we just don't feel like we
privacy.
Actually have that protection on the interweb, and clearly you don't.
They're keeping thousands and thousands of documents on you. Well, I don't know how many thousands we've got now. What are we, 32 episodes?
This is number 37.
37
today. So how many words have we spoken that have flagged terms to put in a file?
I reckon we probably, just in that one commission, we probably get about 4 hits an episode. So we're getting right up there now.
That's all right. We're just saying not
just
what
them
we think
or any
needs to be
key
said.
words that they want to capture.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, we'll go back to the point. Off the rant now, back onto the point, under the guide of protecting us. And like I said again as well, it's not the first time that they've overstepped their jurisdiction in our civil liberties.
Yeah.
Or our privacy or our freedom of information. Watching an episode, I recommend you go watch Topher Field's episode 141. Him speaking with Dr. Ruben Kirkham.
Kirkham, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I think it was Ruben Kirkham.
I think it was Ruben Kirkham.
Yeah.
From the Free Speech Union Australia. I'm myself not a big fan of unions as such, but
I'm a big fan of free speech.
Big fan of free speech, and that is something that will not be removed. But the doctor, he has quite a few interesting things to say, and some of them are quite problematic when you hear about what they're fighting against. And go check out that video. Definitely worth a watch because there's a lot involved in it. But basically what they were sort of saying was that they've made a website for people to find out, like what we're talking about now, what is the E-Safety Commission holding on them? Because they're getting all these hits and they're using this meltwater report. And, through the freedom of information, what are you holding on to? What information have you got on my own personal information, and why are you holding it on to?
And why can't I know? Like, for goodness sake, if you have a file with my name on it, it's like, it's my medical history. I would like access to my medical files. Oh, no, you can't have that unless you request them. And I do understand there are some channels as to why that is and so on and so forth. But we're talking about a digital footprint. If it's my digital footprint, let me have it.
That's right.
Tell me.
But even that, I mean, if they want us to trust a government organisation to do something on our behalf, you need transparency.
Yes.
You can't do that. You can't.
Absolutely.
You can't be outside the law and tell us how the laws are.
Yeah. Because it's not just about tweets, right? It's not just about what you're chucking up on X and, your thought for the day or your word for the day. There's a lot of your personal information on the interweb.
Yeah.
Lots of it.
And
your passports and your bank accounts and so on and so forth. These things are not for public domain. You need to know what they have on you, and you should be able to access that.
Yeah. But if you're a government organisation that are making decisions on behalf of the public, you are part of the public domain. Regardless, you need transparency. But what the Free Speech Union of Australia had made, they made a website so that we can go there and request that. Made it easy, made it simple, cut through all the bureaucratic tape so that you can do it. And obviously a beloved E-Safety Commissioner didn't like that and took a disliking to it, which again resulted into another taxpayers funded legal battle.
That's all right. We're the lucky country.
Go watch it. It's quite amusing actually of what they did, because they basically went to the E-Safety Commission and told them to do their job because they raised a complaint against them for bullying them.
Yeah.
I recommend you go watch it. Episode 141 of Topher Field.
Topher's awesome.
And, it's some good watching.
Very good.
Very good.
Okay, so further on to transparency. Shall we just clarify if some of these behaviours we've just discussed are actually ethically transparent? If you ask Google, hey Google, what is transparency in ethics? Transparency involves openness and the willingness to share information, important here, both positive and negative, with all relevant parties. Positive and negative. So maybe the Ministry of Truth can stop censoring what they have decided is, okay for us to view or to have access to. I'm pretty over it, to be honest. It's not up to you to decide what we wish to observe.
It's very North Korea, isn't it? Very China.
Settle down. You're going to get more flags, for goodness sake.
There's another one for the Meltwater Report.
What are the key principles of transparency? 3 words, Swaz. Traceability, explainability, and communication. Pretty important for transparency.
I think so.
And then I found...
Accountability should be on that one as well.
Yeah. A famous quote about transparency, and it was from Edward Snowden, who is a former National Security Agency intelligence contractor and a whistleblower. He leaked classified documents revealing the existence of global surveillance programs. So he's probably not much liked by these transparent e-safety people. And his quote is, "There can be no faith in government if our highest officers are excused from scrutiny. They should be setting the example of transparency."
I just mentioned that before. Very similar.
Indeed. All right, let's simmer down. We'll wrap it up. Vintage culture appreciation, just quickly.
Yep.
I actually used the internet to help me with vintage culture appreciation under the word of transparency. And what it came up with was it would most commonly refer to vintage colour photographic slides. I was like, oh, I loved those. That is so funny.
Yeah.
Do you remember those little film slides that are printed on like a back of a cardboard thing, and they are the transparent thing that you pop onto the slide projector, and now you can view that image projected up on the screen.
Do you remember going even further, those things that used to put your eyes in?
Be careful.
And that you
You
click up and down and...
I thought you were going to go back in time well before anything I had any knowledge of, and I'd be like, no, Spiles, I'm not a million.
What were they called? What were they? The things where you put the slides in?
Can't remember.
And they're little discs, and
But
they had all the
some
pictures.
of them came already preloaded, and you had maybe a dozen of them in the little doobie, and you just like put your eye up to the viewfinder and push the button, and the next picture would pop up.
Yep.
Very nice.
Microfilm, do you remember that?
No.
No? You've never been to it? Well, that's where they could put 16,000 documents in.
Yes. You sit through that presentation.
It fits on a little disc.
Yeah. Finally, we've got just a little bit of vintage love for the word here, because underneath the word transparency, where you have all the other recommended search questions and recommended other information you might like to know, it said, what does Jesus say about transparency? And it had a scripture verse, John 8:12, which says, "Then spake Jesus again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life." And I thought that was lovely.
That's great.
That verse is about as transparent as it comes.
As possible.
So, on that note, that was fun-ish.
As always.
Fun adjacent, perhaps. Thanks for listening. We will catch you next time. Until then, God bless and peace out.
This content is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as professional advice. We are not meltwater marketers, pastors or politicians. You are not more likely to suck less or try harder having listened to these shenanigans.